But most coaches have their rotations worked out by now.
They really do, but if they don't, they better figure it out soon. You don't want to be tinkering with your lineups any later than this.
And a look at the starters for Charlotte. Ball and Miller pair up as the backcourt. Miles Bridges is out there with Mark Williams. Hits the three-pointer.
And that's what you get from Brandon Miller. I mean, he can really whip passes there around the court.
Pass to Pritchard. Porzingis with it. Brown scanning the floor. 6 to shoot. Porzingis sets a screen. And Brown gets the three.
Jaylen Brown with the immediate answer from three-point territory. Yes, sir.
White against Miller. Pass to Ball. Three-pointer. And it's Jason Tatum with a rebound. And Tatum's got the ball here for the Celtics. Coming into this, having notched to win against the Lakers in their last game.
Hey, their activity on defense was terrific. It was just full effort at that end of the floor and a bunch of blocks to show for it.
The best defenses do a great job of protecting the rim. That team did not give an inch. They defended and contested every shot.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
I caught up with Coach Joe Mazzulla. I talked with Coach about LaMelo Ball and what he said to his guys before the game, and he said to me, I just told our guys to be active out there. LaMelo is an energetic, springy player, and we can't let him out-hustle and outwork us. LaMelo is a challenging assignment for any defense. We'll see how this unfolds, guys.
As always, Allie, we thank you. Now here's Tatum. What a tremendous game he played against the Lakers. About 2 minutes gone by in the first quarter. Defended by Brown. Williams, a screen on Brown. No good on the three. Boston's gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Fades and shoots, and that one's good. Porzingis.
When he needs to. Get into that mid-range bag. Kristaps Porzingis feels super comfortable.
Doris, it seems like every year Tatum's name is right atop the MVP ballot.
To me, Brian, it speaks not only to his talent, but also his consistency and the work ethic. The game is important to him. He's versatile. He's clutch. He's everything you want in a star player.
The Hornets with a lead. Out to Bridges. Lots of room. That shot missing.
All by himself, trying to step up. He's got to be frustrated with the miss.
Here's Pritchard, hounded by Ball. A chance there to take the lead, but a miss. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Down low. Here's Bridges, and drilled from 6 feet.
I'll tell you, no secret that Miles Bridges at his best when finishing at the cup.
Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Tatum from long range. Again, the miss by Boston. Hornets leading by 3. Here's Miller. Takes the elbow jumper and drains it.
Boy, you just see the mid-range confidence for Brandon Miller. That's a huge part of his development.
Outside Tatum. White drives in. Doors, it's hard to pick one, but Derek White is in the running for best defensive guard.
It's so true, and what Derek White does perhaps better than any other guard is block shots. We talk about top on-ball defenders. He's also on that list. You want to talk about somebody who can get in the passing lane and be disruptive. He's on that list. Truly can do it all.
It's good from White. Grant, the Hornets are a team hoping to end a pretty substantial playoff drought.
Yeah, it's been a long time since they made a buzz in the postseason, but their return could be closer than people think. A few smart moves here or there might be all it takes.
It's both from the stripe. One thing you can say about Boston, Grant, they know how to put a team together.
Yeah, the Celtics' consistency of winning is just impressive, both now and throughout their entire history. They are really the gold standard in this league, and it's mostly because of great draft picks and great trades.
Miller, and here are the Hornets with another bucket.
Well, the versatility he possesses makes him a very tough cover, guys.
Celtics trail by 5. Outside Porzingis. Pass to White. Now Brown. Now here's Tatum. Still without a bucket.
I tell you, this guy is capable of some amazing finishes. Jason Tatum, my goodness.
There's the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, capturing the moment. Now Miller. And stolen by Brown. And he's made a case for first-team all-defense. Doris, Jaylen Brown, the complete game.
Brian, what you love to see from a great player that's just entering their prime is the pride they take in being well-rounded. Do you want to absorb a big-time defensive assignment? Jaylen Brown wants to do exactly that.
That one's off. And you look at Jaylen Brown, Grant. Not many wings have the strength he has.
Yeah, Jaylen Brown could dunk over a brick wall, and he could dunk through a brick wall, too. And it's just so hard to move him off his path when he's on his way to the rim.
Williams is checked in for Charlotte. Green comes in for Miller. He does not get the second one.
What I love about Jaylen Brown is his commitment to improvement. This guy's worked hard on his three-point shooting. He's worked hard on his handle and his decision-making, and there's still another level to come.
Now here's Ball. In his last outing with 12 points. Off target with the 3.
He's giving his all, but you can't force yourself back on track.
Here's White. Oh, it's blocked by Williams. And they get it back. And the basket by Brown.
Now, Jaylen Brown is now so legit from deep, boy. You better make sure you're contesting that 3-ball. That's how good he is.
Now here's Williams. 15 in his last outing. Outside, Williams. Here's Ball. That one rolls around and rims out.
He hasn't been able to find his touch this quarter.
Well, not at the offensive end, certainly. He cannot buy a bucket right now.
Green with the ball. Now guarded by White. For 3. Boston pulls it in. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Charlotte.
Talent-wise, they've got the upper hand. I mean, they won every matchup between these teams last year. And that puts them just one foul from the bonus.
Just a superb read on defense to come up with a block.
What a powerful rejection. He's not wanting them to get an advantage in this competitive game.
So it's Boston now. Porzingis sets a screen. Here's Brown. And Brown with the stuff.
About a little bit of daylight is all Jaylen Brown needs, up off his feet in a hurry.
And we've got a timeout called by Charles Lee. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments.
You see yourself on the screen and you show us your best move. Let's go!
about the highest scoring teams in the league last season. The Celtics second.
And last year, I liked watching this team operate on the offensive end. The ball movement, the patience, the confidence. You love seeing all that come together.
And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for Charlotte. Trailing by 2. This game coming after a loss versus the Bulls.
As they say, live by the 3, die by the 3. When you're too perimeter dependent, it's hard to maintain consistency game in and game out.
I think when you shoot as poorly as they did from deep in that basketball game, it's not going to go your way very often. The 3 ball, too critical in today's NBA.
Now here's Williams. No points yet. Will it go? Oh, it's blocked by Porzingis.
Kristaps Porzingis has proven over the course of his young career that he is willing to be a force as a shot blocker.
And usually teams go on runs from a bunch of layups and dunks, but that's not the case here.
And here's Charlotte now. After the basket by Boston. Defended by Brown. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Jaylen Brown picks one up. Charlotte shooting their first free throws of the game now.
At the line for the Hornets, Wyatt, taking 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. Hauser, he's checked in for Boston. That misses, so he splits the free throws. And the expression, not enough touches to go around. Do the Celtics risk falling into that trap, Doris?
Well, first and foremost, BA, if that's a problem for you, it's a good one to have. I think the key here is with all the weapons available, you have to have some personal sacrifice. And to this point, this team has been willing to do that.
This is how you force a defense to collapse. Kick the ball right inside.
Outside, Williams. Gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
I'll tell you, the vision is simply special. LaMelo Ball toys with the defense, creates easy opportunities for his teammates.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
LaMelo Ball is such an instinctive playmaker. Talking about his approach, he said, I'm just making it up. I see someone, I throw it, whatever comes to mind. Ryan, the way he sees the game makes him box office attraction.
I like it. It's that new school flair with a game that harkens back to some of the greats. He's special to watch, Allie. That free throw good from Porzingis. Well, Doris, you watch Kristaps Porzingis at the defensive end. He changes a lot of shots.
There is no doubt, BA, at 7'2". It isn't just simply about sending shots back. It's about changing the trajectory. But I think as importantly, guys don't want to go in the lane because of his presence.
Both free throws good from Porzingis.
An efficient night from the line. This is a guy who puts in the work and it pays dividends.
Green against Brown. Ball passes to Williams. It's good. And the assist that time from Ball.
This is who Grant Williams has to be on the offensive end. Catch and shoot, yes, sir.
And given LaMelo Ball is 6'7", how does this give him an advantage in his position strength?
Well, BA, he's able to score on smaller guards, as well as see over them and find his teammates. His height and quick decision-making are real weapons.
And he makes a first.
You think about what Jaylen Brown brings to the table. Elite athleticism, three-point shot making, attacking the rim in transition, so much to like.
Tillman's checked in for Boston. And so he hits both.
When you think about it, they're trailing in part because they're giving away too many trips to the charity stripe.
Green against Brown. Williams passes to Ball. Just off on that shot. Just 1 for 7 in the game.
I'll tell you, you hate to pin this on one person, but his inefficiencies at the offensive end are holding this group back.
On the wing, Holiday. Williams defending. Back to Brown. Here's Ball. And Ball throws it down.
This is how you finish in transition. LaMelo Ball being rewarded for the hustle.
Here's Hauser. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet.
Mark Williams, second personal foul. Team is in.
He's getting his first free throw attempts of the night now.
At the line, Sam Hauser. At the line for 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. And Charlotte making a change here. And he can't hit the second.
I love how they've attacked the boards here in the first quarter.
You know, if you look at the tracking stats, no one guards different positions like Grant Williams.
Yeah, those guys that can guard truly 1 through 5 are rare. Grant Williams is on that list. His versatility is incredibly impactful to whatever team he's on.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Celtics.
Man, I'll say this. I mean, the mid-range jumper has been a huge weapon for them offensively. Just tremendous so far.
I think let's give them credit as well for the job they've done getting to the free throw line. It's been a huge factor for them.
The free throw drops for Williams.
What you love about Grant Williams is the intellect he has for the game. He knows his role, he plays it well, he brings toughness and energy on both sides.
And the Hornets making a change here. Okogie's checked in. Off on that one, so he goes 1 out of 2 at the line. The Celtics with the lead. And here's Brown for 3. His 4th make in 5 tries. Solid start for him.
I'll tell you, this lead's not going anywhere with this guy making plays. What a quarter.
Pass to Williams. We've got 1:48 left in the first quarter here. Here's Shireman. Yet to see a basket.
I just love that alley-oop slam.
Defense disorganized. Defense pays. Hornets trail by 7. Pass to Okogie. To the middle. Lays it in without an inch of room around him.
Oh, that is the kind of tough bucket they want to get from Josh Okogie. He just shakes off the contact and finishes strong.
To the paint. Here's Shireman. Misses in close.
Well, that's a case where a guy's trying to make a play, trying to take it up strong, but the defense was ready.
Green finds Williams. Back to Green. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And now just a 3-point Celtic lead.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
And here's Brown. He's got 13. Knocks down the triple. Brown's got 16 points.
Only 1 miss in his first 6 shots. He's definitely brought his A game.
Pass to Green. Williams with it. Shot clock at 6. It's rebounded by Jaylen Brown.
Boy, what a nightmare quarter for this guy. He's playing right into the hands of the defense at this point.
And rejected. Now the Hornets moving it up. Here's Salon. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Boy, the defense was in perfect position, but it simply didn't matter. He's just too skilled, too good.
It's been all about Jaylen Brown for Boston. Oh, what a quarter. He was absolutely on fire offensively. Back after this. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. And for Boston guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Attacking relentlessly, drawing fouls. They won that first quarter at the stripe.
They have done a tremendous job of drawing contact and putting officials in a place where they simply have to make the call.
And so in the game for the Hornets, Josh Okogie is out there with Green. Then there's Grant Williams, and it's Salon in at the 4 slot. Tatum can't hit. Hornets trail by 4. side, Green. And he lobs it up. There's the steal. Here's Hauser. A 14-point game for him in the win against the Lakers. Here's a look at what's coming up for the Charlotte Hornets. On Saturday, they'll be playing against Joel Embiid and the Philadelphia 76ers. Then on Monday, they'll go up against Stephen Curry and the Golden State Warriors.
And for their matchup with the 76ers, it's one that I'm curious about. It'll be their 6th contest of the season for them, and a game that should have a lot of great matchups.
First one falls for him. All right, Doris, what do you think separates the good teams from the great teams in crunch time?
Boy, I think there's a lot of things, Brian, that separate that. Number one, can you execute on both ends when it's a clutch game? Can you absorb the pressure of a moment, understanding time and score, how to get a quality shot on every possession, how to string together multiple stops? Can you make shots under duress of great defense? There are so many things that differentiate between the good and the championship.
Pounded by Tatum. Williams, a screen on Tatum. From the elbow. And it's Jason Tatum with a rebound.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
Hornets trail by 6. Left side, Williams. Pounded by Tatum. Tatum pulls it in. And Tatum's got the ball here for the Boston Celtics. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter.
I love when Jason Tatum is aggressive to score the basketball. He does a tremendous job keeping his focus.
You know, Grant, in interviews, Jason Tatum often seems understated and soft-spoken. But that's just him, isn't it?
That's true, B.A. Tatum has a quiet confidence about him. He doesn't feel the need to be loud or act out. He lets his work on the court do all the talking for him.
Bridges, he's checked in for Charlotte. And that one falls for Tatum.
Yeah, just knocking down every free throw. I mean, I love to see this kind of efficiency.
Pounded by Tatum. Bridges outside. The 3 is up. Drains the triple. Bridges has got his second basket of the night.
I tell you, the ability to act quickly, to get your shot up as soon as you make the catch, that's beautifully done by Bridges.
Here's Hauser. There's the drive. That one no good. Nice D from Bridges. Denied by Tatum.
There's a pride to the defensive end of the floor. Tatum sends that back.
And the basket by Tillman.
That's about reading the floor. Hits his man right where he wanted it.
Hornets trail by 8. Green up top. He's covered by Holiday. And when Josh Green is on the floor, you trust him to make the right decision, Doris.
Well, athletically, he can be a game changer on the defensive end. When he takes care of the ball and makes a simple play, he can be so productive. Guy is very selective when he shoots. Very smart basketball player.
And he drops it first. And both free throws good for Green. Celtics lead by 6. Outside Holiday. Outside Tatum. This one for 3. Hornets with the rebound.
I'll tell you, he's trying to help them extend this lead, but it's been a tough night for him individually.
And there's the basket, and the whistle blows. Chance at a three-point play here. Going to the line for 1. Charlotte shooting their 7th attempt at the foul.